Morning, everyone. I'm a newbie to the workings of the church, I must confess, and it's been an eye-opening experience being involved with it for the past several years. I just want to tell you a few things about it, what we do and who we are, and some of the outcomes and things like that. So first of all, the SPRC is Staff-Parish Relations Committee, not to be confused with SPCA or other kinds of things like that. Carries out administrative and oversight responsibilities, and responsibilities we have to the larger church, to the Baltimore-Washington Conference. We have to complete certain tasks, pastoral evaluation among them, looking at the make financial recommendations from the case of the pastor, and also of the staff of the church as well, the office manager, and also the music director. I think those are the only ones. Another important goal is the establishment of annual pastoral ministry goals. We have to establish that, working together with the pastor, and then we also have to review the staff itself for the performance and recommendations regarding salaries, if you will. So there's one other thing that we do. The conference views us as having responsibility to deal with any issues that arise between the pastor and the parish, and it's not the complaint department. If issues do arise from time to time, I don't think there are any things right now that are outstanding there, but the way we're supposed to deal with them is not in a confrontational way, but rather to bring people together, bring the pastor together and shine light on the issues that are involved, and solve things in a much more peaceful way than perhaps a complaint department would do. And the other thing that the conference warns us against is when we do these evaluations, there's a tendency to sometimes just let stuff ride and so forth, and in the long run that's not a good thing to do. You should be very straightforward and above board and not hide anything, keep anything whitewashed, stuff like that. It's just dangerous, and it just breeds problems further down the road. And like I said, there are no issues that are outstanding now, but there will come a time that things will change. After all, their pastoral position is an itinerant one, and they move around, and new people come, and we may be next time not be so fortunate to have someone like Will around to help us and guide us through our ministry. So who are we? Right now there's 7 people involved. Allison Burke and myself are co-chairs, and also on the committee are Lou Bland, Jeanette Kennedy, Chris Bradsher, Noel Grant, and Coralie Witherington. Now, Coralie has been on it for a while longer, but I rely on her historical, and she knows all that's gone on for many years, so I consider that as an ex officio position. I'm not sure if there's any standing in the bylaws of the church, but her help has been invaluable and always has been. The terms are 3 years and are staggered. Right now, the 3 of us are in our 3rd year, which is the term. It will end at the end of this year, and so we will be looking for people to replace us. Lou Bland was the one who first came to see me and asked me if I would do this, and he said, "Oh, it's just a couple of meetings, sort of at the end of the year, and just easy peasy, no problems at all." But it turned out that time was when we were getting a new minister and also looking to hire a new person as our manager of the church office manager. And so that was an additional task. Most of that fell on Coralie's shoulders, thankfully, but that's also has a responsibility. We have a responsibility as a committee there as well. So those are the main things that will go on as to who we are. And one of the important things, that really key things that we do is deal with the congressional, I keep saying congregational profile. That's a document that goes to the church conference and to the Baltimore-Washington Conference, and it's sort of a key activity that has to be updated annually. It's what we are and what we do. It talks about, we have to talk about strengths and needs of the parish, outstanding issues and concerns, financial and physical plant properties. We have to put in a 3 to 5 year vision as to where we want to be, the growth that's needed, outreach activities, the transition of a pastor from half to 3/4 time position, and how do we address issues and work towards these visions, this vision. And we also have to address any unmet expectations and how we'll do better. Sort of lastly, they talk about the succession of the pastor. So that has to be done each year, and it's like having a long-range plan. Except while I've been involved, it hasn't been much of a long-range planning activity. It's like checking the boxes. But long-range planning is really important, particularly now for us, I believe. And perhaps we can have some sort of an extended discussion of this at some point with the whole church. I don't know. That's just maybe a suggestion. But the congregational profile is an important document, and it goes, as I said, to the church conference in the fall. I want to bring up one final activity where SPRC played a role, and that has to do with when we were looking for somebody to start thinking about Joanne Burroughs' retirement and finding somebody new to lead our office. Coralie and I had a long conversation, phone conversation with Joanne before she retired, and it went wonderfully. And she hadn't had that kind of interaction, and we not really wanting her to retire or talk about it, but we somehow danced around that, and she was comfortable with the discussion. And out of that came a plan for succession and developing some sort of a book guide for the next person who comes in. And I think that's been done, and we thank her for that. But it's something that we felt good about as far as the SPRC activities are concerned. So that's pretty much it as far as I'm concerned. And if you have any questions, or if you want to think about joining the committee at some point, be happy to tell you a little bit more in detail about these things. So that's pretty much it.